Item number SCP-4105. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. All civilians are to be cleared from SCP-4105's active effect area once early warning signs are detected. These early warning signs will begin roughly 3 days before the SCP-4105 event and will continue until the event begins. Agents are authorized to use any means necessary to clear SCP-4105's active effect area up to and including physical and chemical coercion. The following are to be considered early warning signs: a temperature drop of more than 15 degrees Celsius from projected seasonal averages, continuous rain of varying intensity from light drizzles to thunderstorms, SCP-4105-A flowing in the opposite direction from south to north, intense feelings of guilt among all non-Indigenous peoples living in SCP-4105's active effect area, increased drowning rates in SCP-4105-A, especially among non-Indigenous peoples. During an SCP-4105 event, no unauthorized personnel may come within 100 meters of SCP-4105-A. Any who do must be held in captivity until the cessation of the SCP-4105 event and delivered Class A amnestics before release. Foundation agents planted within the Canadian government are to continually promote the ideas of Indigenous reconciliation and reparation in order to limit SCP-4105 events. Agents of Mississauga descent are to be considered top priority for assignment to SCP-4105. Dr. has proposed the removal of all non-Foundation personnel from SCP-4105's active effect area. This has proven difficult due to major population centers forming around SCP-4105-A since initial containment. Means of removing non-Foundation personnel are currently under review by the Ethics Committee. Description: SCP-4105-A is the river located in County, Ontario, Canada. SCP-4105 is an event that occurs within 67 meters of SCP-4105-A, SCP-4105's active effect area, from the 6th of September until the 9th of September. The frequency of SCP-4105 events is inconsistent, although it has been theorized that the mistreatment of Indigenous groups who have lived near SCP-4105-A correlates with SCP-4105 events. During an SCP-4105 event, numerous events will occur, the first of which will be SCP-4105-A receding an average of 1.5 meters from its banks. Following this, a torrential downpour will begin and will continue until the cessation of the SCP-4105 event. Finally, numerous humanoid figures made out of SCP-4105-A's water, henceforth referred to as SCP-4105-B, will emerge from the river and seek out all humans within SCP-4105's active effect zone. SCP-4105-B instances are approximately 1.9 meters tall, have no discernible features, and seem to possess no intelligence. All attempts at communication with SCP-4105-B instances have failed. Once an SCP-4105-B instance locates a human, it will attack. Typically, this takes the form of the entity extending parts of itself into the victim's mouth, nose, ears, and eyes, causing severe injury and asphyxiation. Once the victim has been rendered unconscious by this initial attack, the victim will be dragged into SCP-4105-A. In 80% of cases, peoples of Mississauga descent have been ignored by SCP-4105-B instances. As of 2018, no victims have been recovered from SCP-4105-A. It should be noted that SCP-4105-B instances are incapable of leaving the active effect zone. Addendum. Document 4105-1. Document recovered from Historical Society. Document is the diary of James Hastings, former constable in County. dated 1781. Note: object has suffered severe water damage, and thus many entries are missing or otherwise ruined beyond comprehension. First entry, 17/8/1781. At last, we've arrived in our new home. We're few in number, but His Majesty the King has granted us this land for our loyalty in the Revolutionary War. I've been assigned the constable by the governor of Quebec himself. There are 20 of us sent to build a thriving town in this area, and many of us are optimistic. However, the local group of Indians has given us some trouble. They claim our right to rule this land is illegitimate, despite our procurement of all the required documents. Significant water damage. Some of the men, led by a hunter named Thomas, think we should force the savages off our land. I pray that it does not come to violence, but we may have no choice. Significant water damage. We'll ask them tomorrow. Third entry, 19/8/1781. I and the mayor have decided to send a message to the governor in order to resolve this situation with the Indians in a diplomatic fashion. More people are arriving in our community, and many appear to be drawn to Thomas. The man possesses a silver tongue, and many of the newcomers are attempting to pressure me to force the Indians onto the nearby reservation. Significant water damage. We'll wait as long as I can for the governor's response, although I fear significant water damage. Sixth entry, 22/8/1781. A skirmish has occurred today, no doubt a result of tensions between us and the Indians. I had heard the gunshots about 3:30 and as soon set off for their source. Significant water damage. And found 3 Indians and one of our settlers dead. Significant water damage. More Indians were injured. One of the injured Indians told us they were simply looking to trade, but Thomas, who seems to be present at all sites of tension with the Indians, claimed they were a raiding party. Significant water damage. For who to believe, but the town's significant water damage. 14th entry, 30/8/1781. Thomas and the others have returned today. Dear Lord, I pray for your forgiveness for what they've done. Significant water damage. I'd see the fires along the bank, giving the river an almost brilliant shade of significant water damage. And the smell, Lord forgive me, it swept across like it's significant water damage. Thomas and those who went with him have been exiled. The governor still hasn't responded. Significant water damage. Final entry, 6/9/1781. Significant water damage. Out of the waters, creatures of significant water damage. The Indians are significant water damage. Revenge, Lord's significant water damage. The set significant water damage. Notes: a large percentage of the county population was reported missing on the day of the final entry, including Constable Hastings. An estimated civilian disappearances have been attributed to SCP-4105 before containment by Her Majesty's Society for the Study of the Paranormal, a Foundation precursor organization, in 1847. If you like this podcast, subscribe and share it with the community. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts under Kelsey Narrates. You can send me comments at kelseynarrates.blogspot.com, and you can support financially through patreon.com/Kelsey Narrates. Credit to the original author, Quinine. Content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0, and all concepts originate from www.scpwiki.com and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is hereby also released under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0.